This other concept that haters have that I lived off my mother and I lived off my wife. So we got to talk about this, okay? I don't understand why no one understands something that's so very simple. I worked in sales for 20 years. I supported my wife and my mother my whole entire married life. I worked my ass off. I bought a home. I took care of my wife. I took care of my mother forever. Like that song by Kiss. Forever. This time I know that there's no doubt in my mind. Forever. I took care of my family forever, you Stunad Mabalooks. I only made the decision. My wife and me both made the decision for me to become her caretaker when she got stage 4 cancer in 2017. So I could be there for her full time, and I could be there for my children full time because my wife needed my help. My mom, I don't want to get into things with my father. May he rest in peace. I really don't want to get into it. My father did not leave my mother money. May he rest in peace. God bless my father. I don't want to get into personal business, okay? I took care of my mother her whole life. Now, she contributed. She lived in my apartment in Staten Island. And at the time she lived in my apartment, man, she had very small money. She had nothing. Like I said, I love my mother. God bless my mom. She worked a part-time job in basically the Board of Education. She was a school aide. She did not get a very, very big pension. I love her with all my heart. I'm just trying to keep it real with all of you. She did not have a lot of money. Okay, so I was always paying the primary amount of the bills. But yes, my mom, when she lived with me and Jennifer in our small apartment in Staten Island, she contributed, my beautiful mother, and I love her for that. But the thing is that I had to work my ass off. Nobody knows that my parents were divorced on the record, and she was not technically entitled to nothing. Okay, you don't know how much I had to fight the city of New York so that my mother got a respectable income, got my father's pension, got things that she wasn't going to get. I had to work my ass off. It took me 2 years of fighting. Now, the thing is, my mother gladly wanted to contribute, okay? And all of us were a team. And yes, okay, prior to that, I was the breadwinner. But we made that decision as a family. It was a family decision so that this way we could all, look, my mother couldn't work anymore. My mother, listen, you all saw her. God bless my beautiful mother. I love her with all my heart and soul. She wasn't able to move from her recliner. She was in and out of rehabs, my dear mother. I love her. She was not able to work anymore. Jennifer was not able to work anymore. And they all needed me. This is what you don't understand. My wife and my mother needed me to be there full time for them so I could take care of them and I could take care of the kids. Okay, so yes, I became the full-time caretaker. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? And we were able to survive and pay our mortgage and pay our bills and live and do well. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that, especially the fact that prior to that, I busted my ass for 20 years in sales, bought a beautiful house, and supported both my mother and my wife. Okay, I did that. My wife stopped working in 2009. People don't know this. I didn't become her caretaker until 2017. You do the math. Okay, you do the math. She stopped working in 2009. I've always been there for my wife. And my mom she had like a tiny $600 pension. She had nothing. I was the one supporting the family, again, forever, like Kiss says, okay? And we all made a family decision when my wife got stage 4 breast cancer so I could become the caretaker. And what's wrong with that? I was able to spend wonderful, wonderful years full-time with my beautiful wife and my beautiful mother. And our children had the privilege of having 2 parents at home and their grandmother. So I don't give a shit what any of you haters feel about me or feel about us. Okay, we are a wonderful, wonderful family. I was blessed every minute to have Jennifer and blessed every minute to have my beautiful mother, Josephine. And all of you effing haters who don't like it, bafangul.